Yo, what's going on? And welcome to Eclipse Games, the podcast where we bring you the latest in gaming news, indie reviews, and everything else under the sun. My name is Kendall, and I'm here with my co-host Carl. Say what's up to the people, man.
What's good? I'm Carl, aka I hate 61-yard field goals.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense today. I love backwards hurdles, but 61-yard field goals hurt. I get that. And I'm also joined by my bro James. What's good, man?
Oh, so we're talking about football, all hail Drake, man.
I felt like that was coming. Absolutely. Yeah, I took that dub today. I'm not mad. I had a feeling it was a breakout day. I thought it was going to be for the Broncos for like a quarter, maybe.
Whoa.
But yeah,
No.
that's life. That's life. It'd be like that. But no, we are actually here to have a unique episode of Eclipse Theory because we haven't really stepped into like modern day in a while. We've been doing all these like retro console, rankings and retrospectives and everything. So I feel like it's a great time for us to just kind of stop and like have an episode where we just talk about what we've been playing, like just any game that we've been on. I'm honestly, we can go like throughout the year for real, but like just anything we've been playing lately, pretty much. I know we not gonna be here all night because there's a lot of games that come out nowadays, but there's been some bangers right now. You know what? Before we start, I'm gonna throw y'all for a loop and ask y'all this question: do you think that you have your game of the year picked already?
No.
Okay, okay,
Mm-mm.
interesting. Okay, because that's gonna be a conversation coming up pretty soon. Like we got like 2 months left for that. Probably want to have that convo, but.
If we leave it, if it sticks to where it is, I would say it would probably have to be calm. But
Mm, okay. I'm not mad at that choice. I'm surprised by it a little bit because there's a lot of games that came out, but I haven't heard I guess I haven't heard bad things about it though.
this is okay.
Okay.
But I don't I don't know. Yeah, it's been a weird year for
It
like
has.
AAA games, if I can say anything.
That's why it was hard for me to respond to that because I'm like, that's a fire game. But I was like, oh, but what about this? Oh, but with that game, some people don't like this, that, and the third. Like every game, it feels like there's like something about it that's controversial or like, there's a conversation to be had around it. But that's why I think this is kind of an interesting time to talk about what we're playing right now because just to like preface the combo, I've been playing Dragon Age, which just recently came out. Since that's the hot new game, that's probably going to be the thumbnail. So I'm gonna just say that that first up to bat, you know what I mean? And it's pretty fire. Like I'm really enjoying it. It's dope to have a new Dragon Age after all this time to actually play. Um, but I'm raising an eyebrow as far as like what my game of the year is looking like and if it's going into the conversation. I know it's going to pick up even more as I get further into the game. And I do want to talk about it so far, but Carl, what about you? How you feeling about like the game of the year combo?
So I'm a very bad person to ask because I play games that are so currently like behind on everything. Like the only game that I ever played during its correct year was probably Elden Ring.
Hmm.
But I have a huge backlog of games that I play. For
It's
example,
fair.
like Xenoblade, I beat that a couple years ago, but like that was like way after it's been out. Same
Hmm.
thing for Bayonetta 3. I beat that this past month. Bayonetta 3's been out for a while.
It has.
So
It
and
definitely
like
has.
I have games I haven't even opened yet that I still need to play that's on my list. So I create like a little list of things I'm gonna get there. I haven't even played Tears of the Kingdom yet, and I've had it for a while. I've not even turned it on.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and pause this podcast. We'll be back in like an hour. Carl's gonna get his four abilities and come back as a true gamer and with his Zelda experience. No, you got it. That says it all right there. Like you, yeah, I get it.
It's downloaded and everything. I just haven't got a chance to play it yet.
Crazy. Like the I'm on my second playthrough, like, and I'm damn near done the game again. Like this is madness to me. You're speaking all foreign languages that I don't understand, but. I mean, it'd be like that, honestly. Like, there's so much stuff that comes out, you're not gonna get to everything, and you gotta prioritize, like you said, like make a list and like play the stuff that you know is gonna capture your attention. Like with you, I know one recent game that you've been playing, or like that you said you've been playing is Persona 3 Reload.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like 120 hours. I beat that game as well, and took me like 110, 120 hours.
I beat that joint twice before I went to episode, I guess.
This is why you can't play anything, Carl, because you
I
want to play
know.
the 100-hour RPG twice. It's great madness. But nah, I mean that's the problem slash the benefit to being like a modern gamer. Like I had the same problem last year when I was balancing like Zelda, Baldur's. I don't know how I played both Zelda and Baldur's Gate and still play like Armored Core and all these other games that came out and like had this long list of Game of the Year candidates. But this year I feel like it's a little shorter. Final Fantasy VII, I'm still holding up the flag for that game being just amazing. That's a fire game.
I never
Um,
finished that one either. I have it on
that
PS4, and I played the first mission, and then
and
never went back.
and see, this is how I know you were talking about remake, right? Like the first one. You
Yeah.
haven't even beat the first one.
No.
Carl, do you know how long we had to beg these people for this game?
I know. I told you. I'm like, I told myself I was gonna get the 5, and then I was gonna play it, and then I never got the 5, but I already have the 4. It's a big thing, but that's
Well,
also on my list to do.
I mean, it honestly, I'll say this. I know that the debate with you was like the pro might come out. It's out. Like it's a thing
Yeah.
now. So, you can kind of make your jump into the promised land with us if you whenever you're ready. I ain't about to get nobody pockets up, but yeah, no, I think there's some bangers. It's a cool year for RPGs in particular. I want to kind of talk about. I guess I'll jump into my little Dragon Age spiel because there's stuff to talk about there. So this is, like I said, the first Dragon Age game in 10 years. Like the Inquisition came out in 2014, which is crazy.
And that game was
But
trash. Oh, I'm sorry.
this is just the narratives are just wild. But I understand. Like that's the thing. Like if you looking for something different from your Dragon Age games, like if it felt like it kind of teetered the line between like wanting to be an action RPG and more strategic. Some people like Inquisition because it still had that strategic like element to it, and some people were like, I already know why you probably didn't enjoy Inquisition. Like the combat system probably didn't speak to you, whatever. But yeah, which is not for everyone, you know what I mean? But I think there's a lot of people who prefer that to what this game is doing, which is like way more action focused. Like it plays like Mass Effect 2. Literally, like it's they did Mass Effect 2. Like you have your little your wheel that you use, and like you can barely use it if you don't want to strategize at all. You can just kind of throw shit at things and pray for the best. Like I'm playing as a mage right now, and even then, I was like just nonstop action and dodging, basically like double tap and dodge to like phase out of the way of stuff and like timing blocks and stuff like that. That's what you're doing in this game. So, um, they definitely lean into. You can kind of tell with BioWare that they wanted to do that. Like I appreciate games that don't like Baldur's Gate. Like that game never like made any hints of wanting to be an action RPG. Like that's a strategic game. Dragon Age, the second game they dropped, they were like, all right, let's flip this on its head. This time, I'm not like an expert on the series, but like I know that that's what's controversial about Dragon Age 2 is like that they went kind of more action heavy with it. So you can kind of see that they wanted to do this, and I think it works. I will say I really like Bioware games for like the conversations and stuff like that. This game still has great writing and great combos, and I'm only like 10 hours in, but I would like to have more of like how the Citadel felt. Like it felt kind of alive in Mass Effect. I wish I had a little bit more of that. So far, you got some cool cities and you do go back and you can explore. But so far I'm not like looking for people to talk to find little weird missions that flesh out the game more. I have a little bit of that, but we're gonna see if that builds up over time. I'm looking forward to coming back to this combo. But so far I'm enjoying it a lot. That's what I will say. And it's definitely on my list of like top 10 games that I played this year. So
Okay.
that's my Dragon Age speech. I don't know who wants to talk about their next new hotness that they've been playing.
I'll talk.
Oh, well, I've been playing Dragon Ball Z Sparkling Zero, but
Okay. I mean,
the game is fire. I really enjoy the game.
I feel like that's definitely like the hottest new multiplayer fighting game right now.
I,
Uh,
s- I see a lot of clips of Hercule, like blowing people up with presents.
yeah, yeah. The game to me it just takes me back to back in the day. But I really enjoy the story and the what if stories that are inside of the game. Um, I mean, of course, if if you're by Twitter, like they've already like spoiled some what if stories
Yes,
already. But,
unfortunately.
yeah, but but like Gohan Black is like dope as shit. So
See that that just sounds. See that I haven't gotten to see yet. That sounds amazing. So
oh
That
yeah,
does. That does sound amazing, actually.
yeah, which to me as a Dragon Ball Z person makes more sense. If he was the one that they took body because I feel like it has more implications between like future Trunks and
yeah,
like maybe if Goku saw Gohan being evil, he'd be like, damn, maybe I could have been a better father.
fair, fair.
Like, and I feel like that would hurt Piccolo more, seeing Gohan be, what I'm saying? I just feel like it would have more implications
I
about
think if Gohan saw himself evil and
yeah,
whooping
that
ass,
too.
he would have. Yeah,
He
yeah,
probably would
that
have been
would.
like, I should have trained more.
Yep.
Yeah, so I feel like that story was just like dope to really go and do it that way.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm really enjoying the game. Other than that, like I said, I've been playing a lot of Predecessor. People don't know what that is. That's the remake of Paragon, which is a MOBA.
Mm.
I probably paid like 300 hours into that game. That's all I've been playing. So
Okay.
yeah, I really like tower defense games. Like I said, I've been playing League of Legends. I had to stop playing League of Legends because the community is just bad.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy League of Legends, but I mute everybody. Like you're not about to start calling me names. We're not going to do that.
Fair. Absolutely fair. But that's dope. That's a lane that I'm completely not in. Carl, yeah, you sound like
Oh yeah, I just thought of a cool what if story of Gotenks just like Breaking Bad because Goku was a bad father to Gohan, but at least he was a father.
yeah.
Like
Facts.
Gotenks, he said that boy was born. I'm gonna stay dead. I'm gonna stay dead. I'm gonna go train in heaven.
That did
And
happen.
so like Vegeta spent more time with that boy than Goku did. But
Yep.
okay, now that so I think a good one story with Go takes Breaking Bad. But back to the original topic at hand, Bayonetta 3. I'm a huge fan of the Bayonetta series. I love it. I love the wackiness and the craziness, the over the topness of Bayonetta, and it has one of the most confusing story timelines. The only thing more confusing story wise than Bayonetta is probably the Terminator series.
Hmm.
It's so much going back in time and crossing dimensions. Every game is just weird. But it's just like you don't play for the story, you play for the fun. And like I had really like, especially Bayonetta 3, it really broke bad. I love the summons you can do and all the different weapons. Like, and each weapon you bring out changes Bayonetta's appearance and like gives her a new summon ability, not just a big monster, but like human sized Bayonetta. She turns the yo-yos, make her like be able to crawl walls like Spider-Man.
Hmm.
The big hammer gives her a jet booster. She can fly across the map, and you can just mix and match them. My only complaint is I know it's probably strange, like limited because of the system it's on, but I wish you could have more than two of those weapons equipped at a time. Because there's a lot of different fun time trials you could have did. Like there's one thing you gotta jump, you spider web, then switch to booster. But then like if you have more options, you can switch to another one. You can do a lot of cool time trial events. Like more if you have more slots.
Can't do that because she's not Dante.
What?
Hey, listen, shots were fired just
Yo,
now.
I'm gonna say this: like Dante is really strong, but Bayonetta's universe makes so much nonsense that I think she's gonna beat Dante in a fight based on cartoon logic.
Well, they already had that fight, and Dante already won because he cannot die, and she can. That's the difference.
I mean, but she has cartoon logic. She's like fighting Bugs Bunny sometimes.
No, we're not fighting the mask here.
She might as well be the man sometimes. So she does.
Listen, Bayonetta, I mean, both of them have like completely illogical cutscene logic to them. Like they just do anything that they want to, So I'm interested to see that fight.
My other game that I've been playing, as you guys already heard, is Persona 3 Reloaded. I was against buying that game. I refused to buy it because I think I spoke about this on another podcast that we did, possibly, about how it's like they said they weren't going to remake Persona 3 anymore, and then they remade Persona 3 again.
Yeah.
But it's really good. It is
It's
fantastic.
amazing.
It's a fantastic
I
remake.
tried to tell you.
I didn't buy it though. It was free on Game Pass, and I'm a Game
Same.
Pass subscriber. But it is a fantastic remake. I hate that it's so good, but I'm still mad that of the stuff they took out of it. Still, like this, they removed things from Portable that they could have put in Reloaded. And I was reading some interviews, and they say it came down to like time, but I honestly think it just came down to money. To tell you the truth, but because the female protagonist has
I
better
was
cutscenes and a whole bunch
I
of other
was
stuff
gonna
like that.
say I was gonna say I can feel how that could come down to time because it's so different. Like you would have to really remake every like social link that she dates because she dates all the dudes, you know. So you gotta like basically make the whole game again, but like from her perspective. So
Yeah, but you had more than enough time because the game is like Omega old. Like you don't have to do a remake. The game's like over 20 something years old. We're gonna make this 20-year-old game. Huh? We ran out of time.
this
No, you knew all this ahead of time.
this is the definitive way to play though. I will say that.
Yeah, it's good. I was surprised they changed a lot of the voices, but Persona's famous for doing that. Like even Persona 4, when Golden came out, they switched Chie's voice to some of the voice actors. I don't know why they do that,
Hmm.
but it's a fantastic game. Like, I beat it twice, and I'm doing episode I guess, and I'm about to beat that. I just haven't had time to play it because I've been at work a lot. But I finally beat Elizabeth too. That was the cat. The thing I was never able to beat her, even the old ones. But I finally beat her for the first time ever.
Yeah, I cannot beat her. I got to Elizabeth. I beat the Reaper, and I felt like that was enough. Like I'm proud of myself for doing that.
Oh yeah, don't feel bad. Elizabeth is the most cheatingest game boss in video game history. Like
It's
no one cheats more than her.
it's ridiculous. She whooped my ass in such like yeah. I just was under leveled in every way. But nah, shout out to Persona 3 Reload though. That was I played Persona 3 back in the day, and that was like how I got introduced to the series. But when I like for some reason I never beat it. I guess as a kid I never finished any RPGs for real, if I'm being real. But this was my first time actually finishing the game, and yeah, like I said, it's the definitive way to experience this game. Like it's the best. I know that they took out a lot of stuff that was like optional, but I think with episode, I guess adding that stuff, like the answer stuff that was in the OG game, it kind of like it's just so many quality of life things. Like after I beat it, I immediately was just in a Persona mood. So I started Persona 4 again because I had never finished that. And I'm like halfway through Persona 4. Yeah, yeah. Like
Fantastic.
it's a really good game. And I had played it back in the day, just never actually finished it.
I couldn't get past the first boss. So
yeah, like I'm on like the third one now or something like that. I'm pretty well into it, but so many little quality of life things that I just miss, I mean, like battle mechanic stuff, all the way down to like just little menu shit. So shout out to P3 Reload for being such a good game.
I do want to point out one thing. The reason you didn't beat Persona 3 back on the PS2 is because you couldn't control your teammates. That was what made the game hard.
Yes,
Like
yes.
that's what made the game hard. Like
And you know what? I almost didn't do it in 4 because I know some like purists like be like, yeah, no, you're not supposed to. That's how you play Persona. And I was like, let me see. I was like, nah, I gotta take control. I gotta.
nah, look that. I'm the captain of this ship.
Bro, you're the person with the weakness. You got to use the magic, bro. You can't just be fucking using bash for no fucking reason. Stupid ass computer.
You
Like
can't
it's
have
crazy.
Mitsuru out there casting Mary Karen as the opening attack on every fucking enemy,
Bro,
even bosses.
It's not gonna work. Stop doing that shit.
Like, why is that your opening move?
every time, the worst. But yeah, both amazing games. So that's pretty dope. Let me see. I have a couple more, but I mean, if y'all have any more to rattle off, I know it's gonna be like a quicker episode. I have a couple mobile games I want to talk about. So
I'm
yeah.
interested in the mobile games. Go for it.
Okay. So the first one I want to talk about is the hardest game I've ever had to describe to people and make sound fun. The second game is gonna be very simple. So the first one is Balatro. I don't know if y'all heard of Balatro or tried it before.
Mm-mm.
Oh, excellent. So this is just going to be impossible. So Balatro is a roguelike poker game. So you start off, you pick a deck. Each deck has different like perks, but basically the idea is you use poker hands to gain chips. Like the hand type that you use, like three of a kind, four of a kind, pair, two pair, whatever. they get you a certain amount of chips, and then you have a multiplier to multiply those chips, and you're trying to rack up a certain amount of points to beat each level. Like, that's basically the basis of the game. What really sets the game off is you start to modify your hand, so you start to change cards and give them perks, but you get these Joker cards that like add crazy perks and different changes to your hand to where you start racking up like higher and higher point totals. Again, it's hard to describe this game and make it sound like something like you have to actually get it in your hands. Because when I heard about it, I was like, I don't really play poker. I don't really get, how that would be fun. But it's one of the most addictive games I played all year. I promise you, it's like on like I started seeing it on people's game of the year list, and I was like, that's weird. Like if you have an iPhone, it's like free on Apple Arcade. Just try it out and like see if it like clicks for you. But because that game is actually fire. I would be very interested in one of y'all like trying it and like letting me know how if it like clicks for you because like this game is pretty fucking special for it's really hard to describe though. And the other game I want to talk about that you both should download is the Pokemon TCG Pocket. It's the Pokemon trading card game, mobile game that they just dropped like right before Halloween. Basically like it's a gotcha game, but it's like with Pokemon cards. So like you can like collect cards, different like rarities and like, holographics and stuff like that. And you can battle with them, you know what I mean? Like they simplify Pokemon battles like to where battles take like 3 minutes. But you'll be surprised at how fun it is to collect Pokemon cards that you already familiar with, like new cards of characters that you actually know, and like, actually get to build your little decks and strategize. It's a really fun game. It's very early. It just dropped like I said, days ago, but that game has took my attention and it pulled me away from Balatro, which two card games that I've been playing on my phone that I highly recommend. So I wanted to give those two a shout out.
Just want to point out one thing that you brought Pokemon. This is I watch a lot of competitive tournaments on Twitch and whatnot. And Pokemon has its own channel. And I've seen like Pokemon play competitively, the trading card game and the actual like Switch game.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize that I was so bad at Pokemon because I don't do any of the things they do. I just go out there like, oh, you're weak to water, so water hydro pump, But these like the amount of strategy that goes into that, like it blew my mind, honestly, for championships and whatnot.
Listen, I might have to go find the name of the YouTube channels that I watch, but there's these YouTube guys who take I don't even know if I want to put it. It's not like we have like the hugest audience or whatever, but they do like fusions in Scarlet and Violet, like they fuse Pokemon. And at first I just started watching it because I'm like, some of these fusions look fucking awesome. Like they actually render them in the game and like make new Pokemon out of two Pokemon. So like they'll fuse like Lugia and Lucario, and it'll be like Lucario with Lugia's aesthetic, and like his sword looks like Lugia's wing or some shit. And I'm like, you made this in the game. This is fire as fuck. And they battle, and that's what really had me like, wait, these are like experts at this shit. Like I don't even understand what they're saying. Like no bull. It's like watching somebody like that knows chess better than you. Like I'm just like you're leagues ahead. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I can respect it. I don't get into like the EV training. The card game, like I said, they made it way simpler, and I think they had to because I never was nice. Oh, but speaking of that, I don't know if I've talked about it on content. If neither one of y'all has played, I know for a fact y'all both have Nintendo Switch Online. James, you might got a new name, so I might have to add you back to but we're on a group plan. I'll just put that out there. So y'all all need to go play that Pokemon card game that's on Game Boy, bro. It's like the best fucking.
Yeah, I had that one when it originally came out.
Bro, I love that game so much. It's like one of my favorite Pokemon
it's
games.
It's actually what taught me how to actually play the card game the right way. I didn't know like you had to take the little lightning cards and put them, and that's how Pikachu could actually attack. But you had to have 3 of them. I didn't know it. I just was like, well, my Pikachu does this. But that game actually taught me how to rightly play the game.
Yep. Because back in the day, we was just putting the cards down, doing whatever, But that joint will actually get you hip to like the rules, and it's like the rules in that game are even more complicated than the stuff on the mobile phone game. But that joint was just so much fun. Like,
does that game have Happy Birthday Pikachu in it?
Yes.
That card's banned.
I think it has surfing Pikachu. It has flying Pikachu. It might not have Happy Birthday, but it like renders all the cards
Hmm.
from like the OG. And mind you, this came out right after Red and Blue, so like that's all that's in there. Like
Hmm.
this was OG Pokemon, but so you get like that first 151. It makes it so simple, but there's like different versions of cards, and they render all the cards you remember in like old ass 1999 Game Boy graphics, and I think that shit is so cool, bro. Like I find it awesome. But
Now,
that's my recommendation.
now that you brought that up, you remind me. I've been playing one more game. I've been playing
Mm,
Yu-Gi-Oh a lot, like on my computer. Like I had Master Duels on my tablet, and then I got annoyed with it because you have to play that to buy certain packs and the cards you want. And then I don't have time for all that. I just want to have all the cards available, build a deck, and play people online. So
yeah,
I'm playing a not licensed version that I'm sure Konami's not a fan of, but all the cards are
yeah.
available. You can go online, you can play folks, and I love it. And I play almost daily. Every once in a while, I take a break, just play a few matches, either win or get my ass whooped, and then move on.
Sheesh. Honestly, that I remember getting hooked on. I think it was Duel Links. And like I wasn't even like a huge Yu-Gi-Oh player back in the day, but I get it. I 100% understand. You can get sucked into that. I guess you've chosen your side, Carl. That means you want to be playing Pokemon with us. You go
Uh,
stick with your Yu-Gi-Oh dorks over there.
Always, I even have my old deck right here. I was always a huge Yu-Gi-Oh
Oh
man.
my God.
I'll
Don't
challenge people in the actual game and whoop your ass.
Carl, if I say you chose it, this is like gang shit and you just pulled the strap out. Like you can't do that,
Mm.
bro. That's those are fighting words. Don't let, where's my fucking Charizard at, bro? I'm gonna find that joint and we're gonna settle this soon. But nah, like I said, I knew this was gonna be a relatively shorter one. Just kind of checking in on everybody what they're playing. Any last minute recommend or mentions of like stuff that we've been
Played Marble Snap.
yes. Yes.
I,
If
I
you
was I was playing that game for like I just be waiting for stuff. Like I'll be waiting on my dinner to like finish cooking. I'll just play like 2, 3 games of Marvel Snap.
I was so hooked on Marvel Snap for like a year and a half to where like yeah, productivity got worse. It's crazy. I can't 100% back it. Carl, have you tried Marvel Snap yet?
I have not tried my worst snap.
Oh man, it is it is a
Yeah,
it's a dope card game for like Marvel. But like people like they do different stuff. Um,
it's
it
brilliantly made.
yeah, it's a really good game.
Like everybody's moves are themed after like who they are and like what they do in like the Marvel universe, and it's kind of dope. In that it's actually made by some people who left Blizzard, and they made like Hearthstone and whatnot back in the day. So
I know Street Fighter had a game similar to that too. I think it's called Street Fighter Duels. This is like a mobile card game as well.
hmm,
But I was looking into that one, but I might try Marvel Snap now that you brought it up.
Yeah.
I could I highly recommend Marvel Snap.
And it's so much like at first when you first play, you can be like, okay, like this is cool. But then once you start getting like the good cards and you seeing like the strategy, like, hey,
Yep.
like if I kill off this because I got Venom and Venom gets more stronger when you kill off cards, like it's like it started to really make you strategize like how you do certain things.
I've seen motherfuckers rack up no bullshit millions of points. I racked up 2 million points before in that game. No lie. Like it gets crazy. Like it gets fucking crazy. Um, I guess that's a good place to bring this one to a close. Definitely let us know some of you guys' favorite games of the year so far. Leave a comment below. Definitely like and subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube because we want to make sure that we're making this the best possible show for you guys. But until next time, man, I'm Kendall. This is James and Carl, and make sure you guys keep gaming.